We are nothing. It is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala who glorifies us. It is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala who enables us. I usually call myself zero, and it is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala who puts number, who prefixes number before this zero. If he prefixes 1 before this zero, I am 10. If he puts 10 before 0, I am 100. If he puts 100 before this 0, I am 1000. If he puts 0 before this 0, I am 0. I by myself am nothing. I by myself can do nothing. If this niya is clear, if this vision about us is clear, then be sure that there will be help from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If we think ourselves something very big and we can do this mission, then be sure that we are losers. We will not be able to do anything except without the help from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The first niya is very important. After the niya, take the Quranic text which you want, which you are comfortable with. Some people will like big letters, some people will prefer small letters, and there are different versions of Quran. There is one, what you say, the Pakistani Quran or Indian Quran, that's Asian Quran. That edition, this is different from what is found in Arabic countries, that is different. So the writing is different. So take the Quranic text which you are comfortable with. Now kiss it and hold it to your heart for a long time, because now you want to feel. That feeling should be there. You want to feel what is there. It is not just a textbook. It is the message from our Creator. If our boss tells us something, we try to please our boss for worldly gain. But our Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the Creator of us, He is giving us a message, and we are not ready to feel it, to understand it. So please hold it to your heart and feel the message given by our Creator. Now you open the text and just go through it from the first verse till the last verse. This is something I am telling you, my dear friends. Usually, routinely, you will not find it anywhere else. This is my personal experiences which I followed, so I am sharing with you. And it is not traditionally what others are doing, but what I did I am sharing with you. Maybe I am wrong or right, and it is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala who will reward me for what I did, and I expect only from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It is just you start from first verse till the last verse, and your index finger should run over it. It's not that you are reading it verse by verse. No, just put your finger, index finger, on the first verse and run through. And this is called as fast reading. So you are just feeling the book. You are feeling the most miraculous book, just going through. So this is fast reading without going to any detail. It will just take a few minutes. Here, I assume that you have basic knowledge. At least you know Nurani Qaeda, rules of Tajweed, and some basic information about Arabic language. If not, then I suggest that you better have them first before you start Hifz, and it will not take more time. Also assume that you have basic knowledge about 140 surah, 6,236 verses, and also you know about sajda verses in Quran, because this is also very important that you should have this basic idea. Now you have the choice to start from which place. Some may prefer to start from the first verse, and they will go in a schematic way till the last verse. Some may choose some surah of their choice, and everybody has their choice how to go. But what I did was, I started memorizing the surah with smaller verses. There are many surah which have smaller verses, and there are some surah which have very big verses. So if you find the surah with smaller verses and the 20 verses in that surah, and you will find that some verse, it is equal to those many verses. One verse is equal to those many verses. So my suggestion is, first you memorize the surah with smaller verses. Just example I give, Surah Abbas, surah number 80, has total 42 small verses. So, and it can be memorized in short period of time, inshallah. And similar surah you select and memorize them. Why I chose this smaller verses surah? Because now I have a total target of 6,236 verses to memorize the whole Quran min fadlillah. So now if I select the surah with smaller verses, now I'm gaining more and more confidence that, for example, if I say I have memorized alhamdulillah 1000 verses, then after a few days I will say, oh alhamdulillah, now I have completed memorization of 2000 verses. So in that way, that will boost your confidence, and the bigger verses that you keep at the end. This is my suggestion, and this is what I did. Of course, your speed of memorizing and retention capacity will determine the duration required for Hifz bin Fadlillah. Before starting Hifz of any surah you want to do Hifz, know the context of it and a brief summary. So don't start Hifz alatul. You just know what is that surah and what is the context, and in what context it was revealed, and what is a brief summary about that. Now you select the reciter of your choice. There are many audio video clips available, and my YouTube channel I have posted 114 surah beautifully recited by Qari Mishari Rashid, because personally I like his recitation, and this recitation is there, and same time when you are hearing Qari, the verses are displayed with transliteration and translation also. So when you are hearing Qari reciting, same time you are reading what is the meaning of it. So that will ease you, and here this way you are memorizing with the help of your eyes, they are watching, your ears, they are hearing, your brain, mind and your index finger same time, it is rolling over. So all together they make a very compact unit, and definitely it will boost the speed of memorizing and retaining. If one is totally focused and has good memory min fadlillah, believe me, there will be help from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, definitely. If your niyyah is clear, if your intention is very clear, there will be surely inshallah help from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So be focused and your memory will be improved. And if one is focused and has good memory, then he can memorize at an average 100 verses of Quran daily inshallah. Thus one can complete the Hifz of Quran in approximately 2 months time inshallah. I'm telling you something, you will find something different from what is been practiced. But believe me, if you go in the way in which I am telling you, min fadlillah, by the grace of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you can complete the Hifz of Quran in approximately 2 months time inshallah. And I will tell in details about this in my next part of my talk. When you are memorizing the Quran, now there is some confusion here. Memorization doesn't mean 100% perfection. There may be many errors. And you have seen, maybe you have gone to many masajid, you will find that Qari is reciting, you see that there are many tajweed rules are missing. And we are students throughout our life. So we should keep on correcting ourselves and improving ourselves. So first, memorization doesn't mean that you are perfect. There may be many errors. So you need to practice more and more for perfection. But once we complete the Hifz, that alhamdulillah, now I have memorized Quran, it gives a great feeling, and we can capitalize on it and do rehearsal of memorized verses, and recite the verses in prayers, especially in long Qiyam al-Layl. Why not do 1000 verses recitation in Qiyam al-Layl to be amongst Muqantirin? And as I have stated, the Qintar, as per the Sahi Hadith, is better than this world and everything found in this world, the reward of Qintar. So, to memorize Quran and to recite, especially in Qiyam al-Layl. And another thing is that after you memorize this way, it is better to find a qari to recite in front of him directly so as to correct yourself. There is another alternative which many people they practice. They don't follow this system which I am telling you now. They practice another system. What they do, they appoint a qari who come to their home or they go to him and they learn directly from him. Of course, this is the best way because you are directly correcting yourself and this. But usually, qari may not be able to give that much time for you. He has multiple preoccupations and he has so many persons to whom he has to teach. So he can't focus more on you. So the best alternative way which I have told you is select a reciter. And there are many audio video clips are available and you can recite by yourself, memorize, and once you memorize a surah, then you can go and recite in front of the qari and get yourself corrected. Also, once you recite, once you memorize, you can log into many audio clips of many different reciters and you can correct yourself. So this is possible, my dear friends. So this is the way which I follow, alhamdulillah, and which I ask you to follow. Once you start Hifz, you will feel it as the most enjoyable task. The best rhyme, best possible rhyme is Quran. How beautiful it is, how lovely, how sweet it is. The most melodious music is the recitation of Quran. I feel very sad when some people call me, I go for some get together, especially on the weekends, and they start singing and music and duff and so many things. And they think that other music is melodious. What a tragedy. The recitation of Quran is most melodious, it's most soothing, it's most beautiful. So once, my dear friends, you will do Hifz Qur'an and you will recite and you will hear to recitation of many great qaris, you will start believing that there can't be anything more melodious than this. You will enjoy more and more as you continue the task. There are many verses which are repeated several times in Quran. And so once you memorize this verse, then you did not memorize it again. So that will make your task of memorization easy. So I say that approximately 2 months, maybe somebody who is more brilliant, his memory is good, more focused, he can memorize Quran even earlier than that, min fadlillah. But time period doesn't make any difference. Some may take 2 months, some may take 1 month, some may take even less than that, some may take even more than that. But at least you start. Don't be depressed if you take more time. It's okay. We are not winning a race. We are not running for a competition. We have whole life in front of us. And also there is a Sahi Hadith that if one makes intention to do Hifz Qur'an, you start Hifz Qur'an. And if one can't complete it and passes, demises, then inshallah he will be written amongst those who are Hafiz Qur'an min fadlillah. So first that we should start the task. We should be focused, we should be determined, we should be dedicated, and inshallah in a few days we will complete this task. May Allah accept us, may Allah guide us, may Allah bless us, may Allah bless us to do this noble act and to promote others to do this noble act. May Allah bless us to do all the acts with only niyyah to please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and not for any worldly gain. Wa akhiru da'wana anil hamdulillahi rabbil alameen.